Man, hello everyone. I'm Jordan, the host of 210 Block Podcast. We have the exceptional Zee Nobles. Man, she's been a good friend. She's very wise, knowledgeable. And I want to apologize for us being 15 minutes late. It's my fault. She's such an awesome person to get to know. I was asking questions, she was giving me answers, man. So I appreciate her doing that. So it's my fault why we late. It's not hers. I know most time as women, the reason we late places, but today I take y'all know y'all be taking forever.
I
To get
mean,
ready. We tell
I
y'all
just
be
be
ready at
late.
7 o'clock. Y'all just be leaving the house at 7:30. Um, but we
Oh,
still
easy
love
on
y'all.
us.
Yeah.
Easy on us now. Not too much.
I just adjust the clocks, I lie about what time we need to leave. But we have the one and only man. Man, I've been knowing her since 18 years now. Because Xavier 17. So yeah, the
18,
one and
19.
only.
Yeah.
Wow, man. So thanks again for being my friend for so
19.
long. This has been a remarkable journey watching you grow, the challenges I know you faced. And yet today you still sit here with a smile. So I'm grateful for your journey. So tonight that's what we're gonna dive into a little bit.
Okay. That was sweet. Thank you, Jordan. I
Yeah.
appreciate
No problem. Uh-oh. Giving that steady mess of one of her boys.
it to say. Huh? You will not drive my car. Absolutely not. No. I'm sorry.
Oh, you good, you good. Your mom first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's ghetto too. But yeah, so where do we start? Where would you like to
Well,
start?
let's go back. Furman, right? Was it Furman?
Yes.
Okay. How did we end up
So
at Furman? Was it academic scholarship or the boys? You've heard the boys a little cuter at Furman. How did we end up at Furman?
um so it was academic.
Okay.
I honestly wanted to go to a all girls school. I wanted to go to
Oh,
Agnes Scott. Um, but it was kind of far, and my mom kind of talked me out of it, so I ended up at Furman. Um, what's the best way to put this? So for the majority of my childhood, I grew up in like predominantly white schools.
mhm,
So I was kind of used to being like the only kid in the class, the only kid in the school. Like it
yeah,
was, normal for me.
yeah.
High school, I did the opposite.
Oh,
So I was, one of the majority, and it was very different because I actually went to school in Ridgeland. Um, it was very different because for me, it was almost like a culture shock. I just
mhm,
really wasn't used to seeing that many black people, and I
yeah,
also wasn't used to how isolating that can feel, if
yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah,
Especially when you're in like a small community and everybody knows everybody and you're kind of just the outsider.
mhm,
Um, I always talk different. I always walk different.
yeah,
I always look different. So it was one of those. I, I guess I just kind of got used to it after a while, and it became kind of part of my personality. If that makes
yeah,
sense. Um, and then I went to a predominantly white school, and so then I had to readjust again. Um, that adjustment was probably a little easier for me just because it was something I was used to, but it still also felt very isolating in its own way because I felt like I wasn't that person anymore, if that
mm,
makes sense.
okay,
And so the school that I was in, we had what we call trimesters. So we went to school later, and then we would have like 3 breaks a year versus having
mhm,
like a summer break.
okay,
And so when everybody was basically on summer, we were on like I forget what we got. I think it was like a spring break or something like that. So every year we would go, like the black people at my school, we would go to
yeah,
Black Bike Week.
okay,
And we
okay,
would, do all the things, and that's where I met my kid's dad. Um and we got hard fast, right? I was very naive, very didn't really know what I was doing in life. Got pregnant in my junior year, and
mm,
we had Zay.
Yeah.
and I pretty much assimilated myself into Walterboro.
Yeah.
My mother was not the most welcoming of me having a kid.
Yeah.
And so I pretty much became a part of his family.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
stayed there for 7 years, 7, 8 years, finished college, went to summer school, racked up crazy amounts of debt,
Yeah.
and came on back and just decided to, work whatever job I could because I had a kid now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, was on the fence about going back to school, but I just really didn't feel like it was worth it. We were in the cusp of like degrees don't really mean as much. I was with someone who was in a trade. He's a truck driver and he was making way more money than anybody else I knew. So it was just kind of like, do I really want to rack up more debt to not
Yeah.
even make what I thought I could make? And so I just kind of settled into life and let life become me, I guess.
Yeah.
And then eventually we broke up. I did have another child in this process, and now I have two kids. So they're
Yeah.
18. Well, they're about to be 18 and 11. But it's this journey has been one that I will say that, I wouldn't do any part of it differently.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have become the person I was supposed to be. And I
Yeah.
really don't think that I ever would have been that person if I never had kids
I'm with you.
or if I never rocked the boat and decided that I was going to make decisions for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's isolating. I will say that it's very isolating being different. I don't think that people really put enough stock in that. I really don't think that we think about how hard it is to not be like everybody else,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
to not follow the crowd, to not be, I don't
Yeah.
want to say normal, but to just not be what everybody else is, right?
Yeah.
Um, I'm the type of person I question everything.
Mm-hmm.
And people either love that or they hate it.
Yeah.
But there is no in between. Okay.
I'm with you.
I I'm not one of those people who you can say because I said so and there not be a question behind it. Well, what do
Yeah.
you mean because you said so?
Yeah.
Like what does that mean? And I've passed that on to my kids,
Yeah.
and some people love it, most people hate it,
Yeah.
right? Especially older people, because no one likes to be questioned.
Yeah.
And my kids are very much, well, what do you mean? Why can't I do that? Well, what happens if I do this?
Yeah.
And I've always tried to raise free thinkers,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a free thinker. And I always feel like you need to be able to come to your own conclusions about everything. You should not just accept what somebody tells you because they tell it to you.
Got you.
Um, I think if we gave people more of the ability to question
Uh-huh.
and to really just explain ourselves more,
Uh-huh.
we would be in a much better space, not only socially, but just mentally.
Yeah.
There's so many people who are fighting with themselves because they're not who they think they're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no one around them giving them the grace to be who they are, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just kind of wish that we were more open minded, just
Yeah.
in general, especially Black people. I'm gonna just
Yeah.
go ahead and put that out there. We're very close minded. Okay,
Yeah.
we're very, well. This is how it's always been done. This is what we're gonna do. And anybody who questions that, we want to ostracize, or
Yeah.
we want to put them in a box that they may not fit in. And
Yeah.
I wish we gave each other more grace. I feel like we are probably the most prolific race, but we will never get to where we need to be because we live in that mentality of nobody else can be better than me,
Yeah.
right? We live in that crabs in a bucket mentality.
Yeah.
You're not going to get any higher than I am because I couldn't get there.
Yeah.
Versus, okay, well, I couldn't get there, but here's what I learned.
Hmm. Yeah.
You try it and see if it
Yeah.
works for you,
Yeah.
right? Um,
Yeah. That's a
I love
struggle.
us. I
Yeah.
do, but and sometimes I really dislike us because we will literally cut off our nose to spite our face
Yeah. And then
and then learn to breathe from our mouth.
yeah.
like
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah. Yeah. That's
that's
us. And it's just
literally
like,
us.
and we have no reason because, like, even because, like, you made a valid point. Well, we do things because that's what somebody else did. So just because our grandparents did it, like, it should have stopped with our parents. But our parents
Hmm.
kept doing it, you know what I'm saying, for no particular reason because it's just
Hmm.
habits. They learning new habits. They was comfortable in this bubble or this little circle they put themselves in. So as a child, you ask why they want to get mad because they can't even tell you why. They can't even explain to
Literally,
you why they do the things they do. It's just
literally.
we just do it. No, well, why do we
Yeah.
do it? You know, and
Right.
that's where the problem come in at. And like you said, man,
Hmm.
we see that Z is doing something. And so instead of like, hey Z, this is what I did to get as far as I did, here's the information I have, keep running further. Look at her, who
Hmm.
she thinks she is. She ain't going like we don't want to support and clap and you know what I'm saying, push each other. It's like and
Hmm.
if we do it's not genuine. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta get
Very much
past
so.
that to like we do different like you have different callings, like I'd have different
Mhm.
callings. But I don't mean we can't work together. I should
Absolutely.
go support Z, whatever she's
Hmm.
doing, vice versa. But somehow it become a jealous thing. Like I'm
It
jealous
literally.
because of know how far this person has come. You know, like, but I'm
Hmm.
proud of. Why can't I be proud of her? Like she overcame so much. Like you said, you could have,
Hmm.
you know, quit school and like, you know what, I ain't going back. But I'm proud of you. Kept going. You know, but then
Hmm.
you always had those naysayers. Look at her. Who she thinks she knew what she wanted to do. She just had to go a different route getting there. So as
Hmm.
she's running this marathon, because I watched marathon, you know, they always had that person on the side of the street to give you the cup of water, to encourage
Hmm.
you. You know, that's what we have to do to one another. But some reason,
Yeah.
instead of passing water, we put roadblocks up.
Okay. Trip you up, knock
Yeah.
you over, and then
Why?
when you're down there, we're chastising you for falling, and it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I just it, I
Yeah.
try to be the person that like sees things like I'm very much a devil's advocate only because I literally try to look at the picture from all sides. I don't
Yeah.
have to agree with your side, but
Yeah.
I'm always going to respect that you have a side.
Correct.
And I think what we we lack is just respect. Like
Yeah.
we lack respect for one another.
Hmm.
And so because we can't respect each other, we can't respect different viewpoints.
Yeah.
And we take the mentality of, well, if you're not for me, you're against me, and it's like,
Yeah.
no. Just because I don't
Yeah.
agree with what you're saying doesn't mean that I hate you, or
Yeah.
just because you're doing something that I might not agree with does not mean that I wish you bad.
Yeah.
If anything, I wish you well. I'm
Yeah.
just not going to get into that with you,
Yeah.
and I think if we just start seeing people as individuals and
Yeah.
stop seeing them as a part of a clique, or
Yeah.
like, well, we used to be friends and you used to be like that. Listen,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
were when we were
Yeah.
18, 21, we are not now.
No.
And if you are still the same person you were 10,
Yeah.
15 years ago, baby, you need to have a conversation with you,
Yeah.
because the only thing in life that is inevitable is growth
Yeah.
and change.
You need it.
And if you refuse to embrace either one of those things, you will die.
Yeah. And that's
And
man.
that's just the long and the short of it. Like,
Yeah.
I would hope that the older we get, the more tolerant we get, but it
Yeah.
literally seems to be going in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Like, honestly,
Yeah. And
it
you know, it
literally.
is I don't know my sister said she loves your hair.
Oh, thank
Side note.
you.
And man, it's just you're saying so much, man, to unpack because I don't know why we become that way. Like you say, you know, you met me when
We're
I was
scared.
young and wild, man. I was just a Tasmanian
Mm.
devil just going
You
everywhere
s-
doing everything. And now that I've like I wanted to grow and change, I found the industry
Mhm.
I love and doing things like so when I meet other black men, one of the first questions they ask me is, Z, oh, what
Mhm.
fraternity you in? Why I gotta be part of a fraternity? I can't articulate myself and be an
No,
upstanding young gentleman without some type of organization backing me. You know what I'm saying? And
literally.
that rubs me the wrong way because First of
Mm-hmm.
all, when you try to tie me to organization, you are what are you
You're
saying about
limiting
my
me.
father? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you trying to
Mm-hmm.
say my yeah, why you assume that about me?
Yeah.
And that'd be the part, man, that really rubs me the wrong way. It's like I've embraced my journey. It's been a crazy ride, but it made me who I am. Like you said, the things that you've been through made you Z. You know what I'm saying? Made you the
Mm-hmm.
phenomenal person you are. That's why I love seeing what you're doing, things you got going on. So it's like embrace one another. Don't just
Mm-hmm.
assume because the way Z is, she has to be a part of something else. How come she can't just be
Mm-hmm.
herself? Like you said, why you want to put me in a box? Why your first
Right.
assumption is this? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've been asked, would you sleep your way to the top? What is that to ask me? I, I
Literally.
I put my work in. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I had to work overnight. Like Sunday, for example, I worked 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. My night
Mm-hmm.
auditor has pink eye, so I had to go cover her shift. So I worked from midnight to 7 p.m. the next day. That's how I
Mm.
got where I am because of my integrity and what I'm saying, me being the person
Your
I
work
am. Like,
ethic.
nah, I would say
Yeah.
when I got home yesterday, Z, I ate me a bowl of fruity pebbles and I
Mm-hmm.
crashed. I slept for
Yeah.
about 3 hours. But that's
Yeah.
where I got to where I was at because I'm dedicated and I love what I'm
Right.
willing to work. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to do that to themselves. But hey, when you staff
Mm-hmm.
call out, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, but we gotta stop
Absolutely.
thinking and assuming that somebody, you know what I'm saying, we do these different things. Like, let Z be Z. Love who she is. She gonna rock the way she rocks. Like, for
Mm-hmm.
example, y'all see the shirt she has on. I said, "Oh, you going to bed?" She said, "No, that's the shirt." And I love it because Z has always been Z. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Literally,
have
I've been
anything bad.
giving
I thought she saw my
hell about
flyer
this
for
shirt
my
all day.
event, and she like, "I'm with my
Yeah.
pajamas to promote the event Jordan got going on." See, I threw that in there, but yeah. But Z is all,
But
you know what I'm saying?
no.
Like, let Z be Z. And I think somehow we gotta learn to cheer each other on instead of like when Z leave, like you said earlier when we was talking backstage. When Z
Mm-hmm.
leave the room, let's talk highly about her, not tear her down
Mm-hmm.
because she's doing something different. Who she thinks
Mm-hmm.
she is with that hair. Who she think, bro. Z has always been Z, and let's love her for who she is. Like, come
I
on, man.
literally
Like,
said the same thing about you. I was
yeah,
like, if it's one thing I can say about Jordan, your spirit has never changed.
yeah,
And I know you have gone through so many things.
yeah,
And you've never allowed those things to define who you are. And I just want to tell you that is the most beautiful thing about you, honestly. I know that you cover up a lot with jokes, and I get it, but you are such a strong individual. You have so much depth and soul to you, and you are only scratching the surface of all the things that you can do. If you focus and you cut out all the outside noise and you start marketing yourself the way that I know that you can, you will be in rooms that you will never imagine you ever could be in. Because not only do you have the persona, but you also have the face. You know, like you have a presence about you that cannot be denied. And I think owning that and like living in that truth and just making it you again is what's gonna really get you to where you need to be. Honestly. And I don't know how
come
many
on,
people
Z,
tell you that
man.
because I think oftentimes it's hard to tell people good things, but I've been so proud of you because you could have done so many things differently. Life could have knocked you over and just left you there. And every adversity that you faced, you've overcome it. And you continue to overcome it. There's not many people who could have 4 kids in 5 years
Yeah,
and master it, especially men. We
yeah,
we really don't give y'all flowers. I'm not gonna
yeah,
hold you. You know, women have kids and we tell them they're strong and we love them and all this stuff like this. But we rarely ever tell men like we're proud of you. You're a good dad. You're a good person. You do good things, right? Like we rarely ever say that. But if no one else has told you that,
yeah.
Jordan, know that, okay?
Oh
We
God,
are proud of you. So
thank
proud of
you.
you. Like you took this platform and you're making it your own.
Yeah,
And I'm really excited to see like when you buckle down and you make this your baby,
yeah,
where it goes. Keep that in mind now. Don't let this outside world distract you because it will.
yeah.
Don't get
And
discouraged because that happens, but just keep pushing yourself. I hope you're on TikTok. You're on TikTok, right?
No, I don't have a TikTok.
You're not on TikTok?
I don't have a
Why
TikTok.
are you
No,
not on TikTok?
I don't.
You need to be making sound bites and posting them on TikTok.
I know. I
Come on,
okay.
Jordan. Why are you not on TikTok? Like, you
I'm
know
not.
how easy it is to be on TikTok?
No,
Like,
I don't have. I don't have the. I don't have a nothing with a TikTok. I don't. But
all of
it's a
these
struggle for
pods,
me. Yeah.
all of these pods that you have them stored somewhere, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and make you a TikTok. Your girlfriend hasn't made you a TikTok.
Yeah. I've been.
Nobody's made you a TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody
let's
been. Yeah.
make you a
That's hard.
TikTok
Yeah.
with the name of your podcast. Upload everything. Make sound bites from everything. Okay, like if you don't have a TikTok by the end of this week, we gonna be tussling. And
Yeah.
if I need to make it for you, say that. But like, why don't you have a TikTok?
I just never joined TikTok.
Everybody has TikTok. You
I ain't know,
don't have
that's probably why I never joined because everybody has it. Like I just yeah I know that it can get me in different I know give me different rooms. It can grow. I get it. I do. I've been
Are
preaching
you doing this
this.
on Instagram too, or
I'm on
just Facebook?
Instagram. I'm on
So
Instagram
you're
first.
making reels on Instagram,
Yeah, I mean Instagram's reels on Instagram and shorts on YouTube.
but you're not on TikTok. Literally, the
No,
same shorts that you're making for YouTube, you should be post. Like literally, you should have an app that cross posts on everything:
yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook,
No.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Like,
apparently my sister don't have TikTok either. She's like, why we need TikTok? My sister not on
and
it
like, don't
either.
hear me. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. Listen, it's like a black hole. Once you get
yeah,
in it, you can't get out of it, right?
gotcha.
However, the potential to become
Yeah,
is is astronomical. Like there's no checks and balances right now. I mean,
yeah,
granted, it's about to be, but like right now,
yeah.
you, I,
Okay.
I
By end of the week,
TikTok, Jordan.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna
That's
do it.
wild.
Yeah, man.
Grandmas have TikTok.
I
Do,
see.
do
Yeah.
you know how people find you on TikTok? Like literally,
No,
do you know
I have no idea how it works.
what your base would be like if you were on TikTok?
I'm sorry. Sounds
Just
so
for like
disappointed in me.
30 like Jordan, like here, don't hear me out. Like
Yeah,
everybody has TikTok. Like
yeah,
TikTok is like breathing at this point.
yeah,
Like it's everywhere. You cannot escape it,
yeah,
right? So it's like if you can't escape it, you might as well let it make money for you.
yeah. I heard. Yeah,
I'm just saying, like it in no time you'll be monetized. Like there's
yeah.
no if ands buts about it. I mean, think about all the places that you could be reached. People could be watching you in Bangkok and
They could be watching me in
Australia.
Jordan. That's cool. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like all you gotta do is put a few tags in there. Every time you upload a short, you should be uploading to TikTok.
So you're
Just
gonna have
saying.
to give me a tutorial on how this operates.
Like literally, and the thing about it is you literally just set up your phone and just talk to it. Like the same way we're talking, just same people love to hear you babble.
Somebody just texted me, "Hey Jordan, join TikTok."
You see what I'm saying? Like literally, people love. Do you know who
That's
makes the most
hilarious.
money? Do you know who makes the most money on TikTok?
No,
People who literally do just everyday things, cleaning, cooking.
yeah,
Like that's who makes money on TikTok. So if they can make money and you sit down for a minute and 30 seconds and watch them clean their house,
yeah,
you think that people won't sit down for a minute and 30 seconds and hear you talk tell them how to get their lives together or
yeah,
like make them laugh
yeah,
or you know how many day in the life you could be doing? You work in a hotel. Literally. Think
yeah.
about all the stories you have of people who just do
It's a
stupid shit all
plethora.
day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you could
yeah,
literally sit down, tell them to the camera, create you a TikTok and make money off it. Jordan,
yeah. I'm
you got
sorry.
4 kids.
Hey,
You
what up?
should be making
Yeah,
money from everything. Like,
yeah. I'm sorry.
come on.
I'm
And
gonna
they
do better.
boys. All boys do are eat.
Yeah, man. Listen, they're like a darn trash can, man. They don't stop.
Literally. And then they
Yeah.
start like you buy him clothes, and then 2 days later you got to buy him clothes again. I digress.
Yeah.
However, all I'm saying is every avenue that you have,
Hmm.
take it. The
Yes,
worst
ma'am.
that can happen is it doesn't work. And then you take another avenue or you take a new approach. But you can't start a dream and half ass it.
Yeah. Hmm.
You got to take your dream and make it.
Yeah.
You don't want to work for the man forever.
Okay.
Just
By
saying.
what's the day? Tuesday. By Friday, I have
By
a
Friday,
TikTok.
you should have a TikTok and you should have at least 3 shorts uploaded because you have them saved already.
Three shorts saved
There's
by
no
three shorts uploaded loaded by when? Friday?
by Friday. You have them saved already. You've already uploaded them. Take
Yeah.
old shorts. I'm not telling you to put new stuff up. I'm telling you to put old stuff up. Who knows?
Okay. Okay. All right, Mr. Says yeah. So
Put it up and see what it does.
all right. I did not
Post
think
it
I was
on
gonna get
all
a
your
tongue lashing.
socials.
Yeah.
Nah, that really wasn't the direction I was going in.
No,
But
I love it
I
though.
did think about it,
Yeah.
like
Do we
everybody
need
should
a
have
my
a
sister said, do we need a snap? What is that? Snap something.
Oh
You need
yes,
that
you I
too?
mean you could do a snap, but the difference with snap is like it's kind of a younger crowd.
Oh, never mind. You're right. Not
Um
never mind, but okay. I just
I
you
mean
figured the
there
TikTok
are
come
like
up
I'm
first.
on Snap, don't get me wrong, but you get on Snap to do the things that you don't want
Oh, never
evidence
mind.
of. Not
Oh,
like
yeah.
So YouTube,
Okay.
face the same reel that you upload on Facebook, you upload on TikTok. Like literally you just
Yeah.
download an app, it cross posts on everything, one
So
post and you're done.
I can download an app that pull up that so once I put in the app, it goes to all the different social media things. Now,
Mhm.
what's the name of that app?
It's a couple of them actually.
Okay.
I haven't used one recently because my reels, like I haven't made a reel in a while, but like when I do make them on TikTok, they're longer than the ones that I can post on like Facebook or Instagram.
Hmm.
So I normally have to trim them some.
Yeah.
But for the most part, and I'm also not like super. I haven't dedicated myself to social media like I should either. I really just kind of upload when I feel like it, but um it's it's one of those tools where you really have to work hard at it.
Yeah.
And my mental space is not one where I can just devote a lot of time to it.
Hmm.
Um if I had the time, I probably would, but
Okay.
it's because of what you're currently doing, like
Hmm.
that should be something cuz you can also go live on it too, right? So
Yeah.
like the same way you're going live here, you
Yeah.
go live
Go
on
live there.
TikTok
Okay.
and it's
Didn't know.
free. Like, and that's the thing, it's also free. So it's like, once you start monetizing and like becoming a business on it, it does become a little different. But for the most part, it's unfiltered. You
Yeah.
just go on TikTok, say what you think, versus like Facebook, where pretty much everything you say is
Yeah.
filtered in some way.
Mhm.
You say the wrong word and you're banned for like 30 years. But,
Yeah. Yeah.
TikTok is like, the wild
Okay.
wild west right now.
Okay.
So any inappropriate joke you might want to tell it on TikTok
Yeah. To them
while you
takes it.
still
Okay.
can.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, but back on topic. Um
Ooh.
I just want to say that like if I can be used in any source of resource to you, just let me know. Like I'm really big on giving people what they need that I can give,
Okay.
right? I'm never one to like try to gatekeep or like not provide something that I have the ability to do.
Yeah.
And I'm also kind of one of those people that, like I said, I try to see the picture from all sides. So
Mhm.
like if I see something that I feel you're not maximizing on, I'm gonna say it to you because
Yeah.
you should be able to maximize, right? Like
Yeah.
your personality is one where you should be somebody's talk show host right now.
Uh,
Like
I love it. Thank you.
that should be where you're at.
Yeah.
So You just have to like really, really put in the work to do it. Um, and I think if that's something you want to do, do it.
Yeah.
There's no age limit on that, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no age limit on dreams, and I think that's kind of what we forget, especially the older we get. Like life happens and responsibilities happen, and we're just like, I'm too old to do this, or I'm too old to live this dream. But it's like, baby, if you 60 and you want to be a TikTok star,
Yeah.
do
Go
it.
for it.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you literally only live one life,
Yeah.
and nobody should dictate the terms of your existence beside yourself.
Hmm.
And I think if we spent less time worrying about what other people thought about us
Yeah.
and more time worrying about what we think about us, like,
Hmm.
can you look in the mirror and like really look at yourself and say, I like you.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, I like where you're at. I like your vibe. If you can't do any of those things, it's time to reassess.
Yeah.
Time
Most
to do
definitely.
something different.
Yeah.
And even if that's scary, even if it's isolating, even if you're by yourself,
Mhm.
do it. Like, life is too short. We're literally losing people left and right.
Yeah. Correct.
And the only thing that we have to say afterwards is, I wish I would have,
Yeah.
or, if only I could have, or, we're filled with so many what ifs instead of just living in the moment and just
Yeah.
letting it be what it is. I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I
But
don't know.
man, man, thank you so much for that. That extra nudge. Like I said, I thought about TikTok. I was like, I just always stayed away from it. But now that you give me homework and assignment, and I really receive what people tell me, because I know your heart, you really have the best interest for me. So I definitely gonna listen to you. And what you said earlier about finding my own lane is so important because my DMs, that's what it's called now. My D, I had to learn that term. My DMs, I can't just say my messenger. I had to learn the lingo. Like
Okay,
people
George.
are saying, like my podcast is too positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, that's the lane I'm in. Like, why do I
Right.
have to do, like you say, those extra things that's not my lane? Like, quit trying to put
Right.
me in the box. Let me just
Right.
bring people on. This is let people tell their story. What's wrong with everybody has a story to tell? Z had to overcome some things. Angela
Hmm.
had to overcome some things. Like you, Jenny had to overcome losing her husband. The way she, what I'm saying, what she went through. Like these people have a story.
Hmm.
Like I don't like
Right.
if we get together, I can cut up with the best of them. I was like, with this platform, I wanted to highlight, amazing people doing amazing things. So, like you said,
Hmm.
man, I hear it like, all right, well, that ain't for me. If that's the kind of podcast you interested in, create your own. And I give you
Right.
all the tools in the world to create it. I know this
Absolutely.
platform is not made for that. And so,
Right. And
oh
you just
man,
gotta stand on that. Like
yeah,
honestly, the more authentic you are to your niche, the easier it becomes. I think we get so caught up in drama because it surrounds us and it's interesting and it's fun and we all like to, let me tell you something. I will be the first to admit I'm a Facebook investigator. Once I find out one thing, I'll
yeah,
be on your sister, baby mama, brother, cousin page trying to figure out who related to who.
yeah,
Literally, that will never say I don't do that.
yeah,
But what I will also say is like there's room for everybody,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah,
And the older you get, like the less you want to be involved in messiness. Like
yeah,
we should not be out here scrapping. We should not be out here cursing each other out and shooting
yeah,
each other and doing all these things. Like we
yeah,
old.
yeah.
We
We
we are
are.
not young anymore. That is
Mhm.
not something that we are supposed to be doing at this stage in life. So it's
Yeah,
like if we can't agree to disagree and move on,
yeah,
you
yeah,
might need to take some time to self-reflect. But
yeah,
I like that, but that also goes back to what we were saying about people not knowing you,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
When people knew you,
Hmm.
you might have been that person,
Yeah,
right? And they have a very hard time reconciling who they knew you to be versus who you are now. Because everybody isn't supposed to know you.
yeah, yeah,
Everybody isn't privileged enough to be a part of your growth,
yeah,
and that's okay.
yeah,
But you don't have to make excuses for growing either.
Hmm.
You don't have to minimize or diminish yourself because the people that you once knew can't come with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So once you embrace your niche and like really hone it in, the people
Hmm.
who are supposed to find you will find you,
Yeah.
and the people who aren't won't. But you are just gonna have to put in the work. Like that's the long and the short of it. Like even things that seem dumb, do it.
Yeah.
What's literally the worst that could happen? People go viral off the dumbest things.
Yeah.
Just so you
Yeah.
know, like it's never like, but it's calculated, right? Like
Mhm.
they put in the time and the energy to go viral off of that. And that's what people don't know. They think, oh, it just happened. No, they put out hundreds of videos before that one 5 second clip you saw was watched 5 million times.
Yeah.
So, it's just like you never know what's going to pop off. You never know what's going to be your like aha moment. But what I will say is you are too funny and you make too many jokes to
Yeah.
not have other people witness that. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Hmm.
Because anybody who knows you
Yeah.
knows that you do not take very many things seriously. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And so it's just like you we were talking about earlier, like you had a whole conversation with a lady and you didn't
Yeah.
even recognize that she thought she was trying to get at her. Think about think about what could have happened if you would have monetized that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
literally have a whole series about teaching people how to pick up women without picking them up.
I can do that. Yeah.
Like literally, like you could literally
Yeah.
have a whole TikTok series about how to communicate with women and not make them feel like they're being picked up.
Yeah.
Do you know that people will watch that?
I'm assuming a lot. Yeah. Okay.
Like honestly, do you know how many people are scared to approach women? Or how many women are scared to approach men
No.
or
Yeah.
vice versa? Like there are so many people who don't have big brothers and big sisters,
Yeah.
right? Who have never had somebody to teach them how to be, and they're looking for that.
Yeah.
And you giving it for free.
Okay. Okay.
Like
Yeah.
honestly, the things that you do that you think aren't really like monumental are
Yeah.
the things that people pay big money for.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Let's do it. You got a comment that says, "Where did this lady come from?" Because she is speaking some real life truth. As Z keep speaking life. So yeah, man, that'll
Oh,
work. Let's do it. I'm looking
I,
forward to growing.
and I'm just saying like it's gonna be awkward at first because like when I first started doing it, it was very like,
Yeah.
but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And once you get out of your head and you just like let it flow,
Yeah.
just trust me. Even
Yeah.
even if it's not TikTok that makes you blow up, like even if you just post like funny reels or funny YouTube shorts or just like make a thing, like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's there's no reason why you should not be able to use your personality to make yourself who you're supposed to be.
Yes, ma'am.
Just saying. Like
Yeah.
I tell your friend the same thing. Like if he could, step outside himself sometimes
Hmm.
and just make reels or make videos about all these wisdoms that he be spitting at people that nobody listens to,
Yeah.
you know how much money he can
Yeah. Listen.
make? You know
Yeah. Yeah.
what I mean? Like honestly, like people really want to hear what you have to say, even if it's not the people around you.
That's true.
Just saying.
Yeah. Appreciate that, man. All right. We encouraged.
Mm.
Step out my comfort zone here. Do something different. I got you.
Friday, I expect to see some type of TikTok tag in your bio. If I go onto your bio on Facebook and there is not a TikTok tag,
Yeah. Yeah.
we
I
will
got
be
it from
having a
you. Somebody
conversation.
sent me the link to join TikTok. So I
I'm
would
telling
definitely
you,
get
like
on it.
it literally takes 2 seconds. And make sure you join TikTok as a business so that way Once you do start getting monetized, it's not as hard for you.
Yes, sir.
But like you don't want to start personally and then try to turn into a business because it creates more of a headache for you in the end.
Okay.
Um, and honestly, because you're joining as a business, you can literally just upload your phone contacts and follow everybody.
Oh
And
wow.
then those people will follow you back.
Yeah.
Do you have a business phone?
No. What? Oh.
Jordan, why don't you have a business? Listen, listen. If
Mm,
you are you monetize, are you writing this stuff off? Like your
no.
podcast equipment and like all that good stuff?
No, ma'am.
You're not keeping your
I got a receipt. I just haven't started that part yet. I got you.
Okay, so
Yeah. Yeah.
if you've already done that part, right? And
Yeah.
you already have your LLC set up and all that good stuff, go
I'm with
get
you.
you a business phone. Because when you're making these TikToks, you need to be making it from your business phone.
Hmm.
So that way you can start writing the stuff off when you're ready to do your taxes next year.
Okay. A business phone is coming up next.
Okay. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. Like everything you're doing business related should always be done in a separate entity, especially if you have like an LLC set up. Because
Hmm.
I'm assuming you have an LLC set up, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
easy there. That ain't hard there. Yeah.
Right. So if you have that set up already, everything you do that's business related has to be funneled through the LLC. Nothing
I'm with
should
you.
be done with anything you have that's personal. Largely because it does make your taxes harder to file, but it also it eliminates a lot of the tax breaks that you should be getting,
Hmm.
especially as a small business. It also helps you, like get grants and things of that nature. But like the biggest thing that you want to do is make sure that when you do set this up, everything you set up is as a business. Nothing is done through your personal page. So like you have a podcast page on Facebook, right?
No, just on YouTube. What? Come on, man. Give me a minute. I'm coming. Give me a
No, but
minute.
what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
so if you set it up through Facebook, then you should have one set up on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube, you should have one set up on Facebook as well. So that
Yeah.
that way you can take all of these podcasts and all of the shorts and all of the things that you're uploading, and they're all kind of centralized at one page. So it makes it easier for people to find you.
Whatever.
The goal is always to make things as streamlined as possible. People are lazy. They
Yeah.
don't want to have to search for anything. If it's
Yeah.
not in their face, they're not going to consume it.
Hmm.
So you want to make sure that everything that they have that's related to that business is in one place. They
Yeah.
can find your reels, they can find your contact information, they can reach out to you if they want to get on your podcast. They can go back and look at old podcasts you have, ask you questions, blot all of those good things. That also will allow you to use your home space, whatever, once you designate a space in your home as your like office. That
Hmm.
also allows you to help write off certain parts of your expenses as well, like your electricity, like your internet, like those types of things.
Right on.
So you just want to ensure that like once you start a business, you start a business, right? Because this is a business. It
Hmm.
is something you do for enjoyment, but it's also something that you want to make money for you. So you
Hmm.
want to make sure that whatever you're doing allows that to happen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So I'm not saying you have to do all this right now, but I am saying that, like, just kind of put that as part of your plan because eventually you're going to want to do this full time. And this will help to establish that business plan that you're going to create. Like, this is what I was able to do in my early years. This is where I project that I want to be.
Hmm.
This is what I'm expecting to make. These are how many guests I have, views, all of those good things. So, like, it just helps you to create like a foundation for whatever you want to do next.
Yeah.
Because you're not
Yeah.
going to just do podcasts. I'm pretty sure you'll be doing other things soon.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mhm. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like one of those, you don't really think about it until you think about it things.
Hmm.
But one thing I do know is that we as a people are so creative, right? We have so many ideas and we have so many things that we want to do, but where we flounder is our foundation. We flounder on doing the things that are going to get us ahead, right? Largely because for the most part, we're just kind of used to thinking in short-term goals, right? Like I need to get to this place next. So I'm
Yeah.
going to do what I have to do to get here. And then once I get to that place, then I get to this place and so on and so forth. Which is not, I'm not knocking that at all. But what I am saying is that we have the potential to be so great. Like, if we took a fourth of the things that we all knew how to do and we all came together and just did them, there would be no need for anybody else.
Yeah.
Literally everything comes from us: music, entertainment, ideology, style. Like, we are the inspiration for pretty much everything. So if we took that and we harnessed it and allowed it to make money for us the way that it should, I mean, look at how many people you know who are viral now, but you have homeboys that are funnier than them,
Yeah.
right? Or how
Yeah.
many people you know that or you see out here making videos or reels or songs or any, like, think about how many people you know who can sing,
Mm-hmm.
that write music, but they have no foundation to be able to get it out.
I'm with you.
Poetry,
Yeah.
like, if we could just like start doing open mic nights again and like really making that a thing.
Yeah. That's something we can do.
But
Let's do
you
it.
know what I mean? But
Yeah.
we as a community, we really only want to come together when it's like not intellectually led, right?
Yeah.
So we want to come together, we want to drink and we want to eat, but we don't want to
Yeah.
like come together and think.
Yeah. I'm with you.
So it's like if we just really just started investing in like our whole self and not
Mhm.
just the fun part,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you.
we would literally be unstoppable. But that
I don't
was
want to
probably
do
more deeper than I wanted to get today. But
that. Nah, what
just,
you
you
saying?
know,
Those are the conversations we have on here. So nothing
well,
you said
yeah,
was wrong, and so yeah,
no,
we just
and
gotta. And sometimes
like
people need to hear that.
if you ever look at any of my TikToks, that's pretty much all I do. Like, I kind of just have a thought and then I go off on a tangent and then I post it.
Yeah.
And it resonates with some people and then with other people it doesn't. But like, that's the beauty of free speech. Like, you can literally say whatever you want and
Yeah.
people either like it or they don't. But
Yeah. Okay.
so,
Yeah.
but Friday is your deadline, sir. If I
Yes,
don't see
man.
a TikTok created and a Facebook page created
Yeah.
and an Instagram page created,
Yeah. Yeah.
all of these things need to be created and you need to start uploading your videos here so that way, one, Facebook and Instagram can recognize you as a creator, right?
Hmm.
Because they only recognize you as creators if you have a business page.
I'm with you.
So if you do it through your personal page, eventually it turns into a business page anyway.
Hmm.
So, and honestly speaking, because you have younger kids and I know at some point you like to post them, it's easier to kind of separate the two so that those two
Yeah.
worlds don't really
On the line.
mesh
Yeah.
in that way, because people can be cruel,
Hmm.
and the bigger you get, the more they feel they're entitled to your life. So
Yeah.
there's that too. But create your pages.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to make a website because that's a bit much, but I am saying you have an email for your business, I'm sure.
Yes, ma'am.
So put all that information out there, upload all those shorts, make you some reels, and don't just make it like podcast stuff, like put other stuff on there too, right? Like
Yeah.
other things to kind of entice people to see, like, hey, or
Yeah.
like behind the scenes bloopers,
Yeah.
like stuff that people want to see.
I'm
So
with you.
that way you're more relatable in that way too, and people are able
Yeah.
to just like, hmm,
Yeah.
let me go else and see what else is on this page and like share your stuff and
Yeah.
because that's how you make the money too. The more shares you get, the more views you like, things of that
Yeah.
nature. So don't
Yeah.
box
That's good.
yourself in, Jordan.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not.
Make TikTok your friend.
I shall.
Okay.
Oh my
Make
goodness.
it your
Thank you. Appreciate
But I
that.
will talk you to death. So anything else you want to know?
yes, you have an amazing. We have two boys. One, Zay is the one-eyed man. Is the one that very interesting to me as a son. Having a mom, well, being a mom with a son with so much potential that he has. I know he has been having athletic scholarships come in. I know he's really been an amazing football player.
Mhm.
How was that as a mom? Like seeing your son, like with that attention. Like, would you give him pointers? Like, because I know, because like a lot of the people that we know, children is just becoming of age, and so
Mhm.
your son is like you, like he's like first one of the first I know that has like this ability that he has with scholarships and different things like that. So how do y'all handle that? Like, how's the mental part of that? Because one thing, him playing football is one thing. He could do that on Friday nights, but how do you help Zay, and how do you, as a mom, deal with that with his I mean, his the attention he's getting on the football field?
So that's kind of a loaded question.
Yeah,
What I will say is I've always been blessed to have a village.
yeah,
Um,
okay,
I've always had people who have always had, we call him Zay,
yeah,
Zay's best intentions at heart.
yeah,
Um, I think that I've always been academically driven,
hmm,
and I've always wanted him to be academically driven. His dad has always been more of the um, athletic force in
yeah,
this
yeah,
scenario. What I will say is we've always butted heads because I was the one that was like, yo, if his grades are trash, he's not playing.
hmm,
And his grades have been trash quite often. And I got so much pushback about that
yeah,
because, like you said, you know, people feel like that's stunning his potential, right?
hmm,
I had to learn to accept others' viewpoints. I am a very opinionated person, if y'all haven't picked that up in this podcast. And so oftentimes it can clash because, like I said, my kids are also very opinionated too. And oftentimes our opinions are not the same. One thing I have always wanted him to be is humble. I've always preached humility. I've always preached you have to be grateful for what you currently have and not be constantly chasing, because that creates a mind frame that can be detrimental. And we've gone through a few challenges this year. I won't, lie. I think the pressure has become a lot for him because he is an internalizer and he just wants everybody to be in the best space that they can be, and oftentimes that does not put him in a good space. And he has this thought process that he has to make it and he has to take care of everybody and he has to make sure we're all
oh,
good.
yeah,
And I've constantly preached to him, baby, we are your parents.
yeah,
You are not ours. It is
yeah,
not your responsibility to take care of us. It is not your responsibility to take care of your brother. The only person you are responsible for is yourself.
okay,
So you have to do what's going to put you in the best situation. But please don't ever believe that you have to live to make sure that your parents are okay.
that's
That's not how
yeah,
this is supposed to work, and it's
yeah,
never going to work that way.
yeah,
Um but because his heart is so big, like I see. You know what I mean? Like I kind of try to get ahead of it before
yeah,
we get too far down the road.
mhm,
But I will say I think the biggest thing is that you have to be in tune with you so that you can
mhm,
be in tune with others.
I'm with you.
And I think once you know your child and
Yeah,
you know like their triggers and the things that put them in a space where they might not be the best, you have to
yeah,
do all that you can to try to navigate them to better waters. But
I'm with you.
I think also a bigger part of that is you also have to have a village. Like you
Yeah,
have to have people who can pick up the slack, people who can offer differing viewpoints, people
Mhm.
who can stand in the gap when you just can't. Because you're not meant to. No one's meant to raise a kid by their own, by
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
That's not how it's supposed to work. And I think we've created a culture where we just believe we don't need anybody and we're good on
Yeah.
our own. And it,
Yeah.
I've always said, and I have boys, so I'm really big on their father being like a centralized part of their life.
Mhm.
I'm really big on them going to him first before they even come to me, because I will say all the time, I can teach you how to be a good person. I cannot teach you how to be a man.
Right on.
I've never been a man. I don't
Yeah.
know what that looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know what those struggles look like. Once you get to a certain age, there's a lot of things I'll never be able to teach you.
Mhm.
And I'm thankful for the fact that my kids have a good relationship with their dad, that, they look at him as a person that they can emulate or that they respect.
Mhm.
And I know that that's also helped to create the type of men that they are and they're going to become, right? Because we may not ever agree. If anybody knows me and Chris, we've never agreed.
Yeah.
But one thing we will always do is be a unit for our kids.
Yeah.
And, I think Xavier is a testament to that. Like, you can see Chris and you can see me.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and but more importantly, you see him too, right?
Yeah.
Because Xavier is his own person. But you can literally see the things that have shaped him and the people that have shaped him.
Yeah.
And I think even when life gets, we were talking today and he's just like, I just want to go to the place that's going to offer me the most money. And I'm
Yeah.
like, like I had to have the conversation with him, like, yes, money is important, but like, you can't start becoming a slave to it.
Yeah.
Once money becomes your ruler,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's there's literally nothing won't do for it.
It's money. Yeah.
And so, you know, I I told him, like, you loved football at one point. Like, look, football was something that you were really passionate about. And now
Mhm.
I feel that he looks at it more as like an industry. That kind of makes me sad a little, honestly.
Yeah.
But like, I also recognize that, like, that's those are the times we live in, right? Like,
Mhm. Yeah.
if it's not paying us, we ain't doing it.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I don't know. I have another one that is about to start this journey himself.
Yeah.
Cam will be 11, and
Okay.
before you know it, he'll be playing middle school football, and then he'll be in high school, and we'll be doing this all over again. So, it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I think the only thing I can really tell people, or like really give advice to people, is you really have to let your child lead.
Yeah.
I know that's not popular, but yes, you give them guidelines and you let them know, like, rules, but you have to allow them to lead their lives. Like, they
Mhm.
have to be the decision makers,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, like, it's their life. They
Yeah.
have to be responsible for the choices and the actions and the things that happen in it.
Yeah.
And if you constantly are, if you never give them the tools to enable themselves, they'll be grown ass adults who can't make decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll
Mhm.
be adults who have kids that don't take care of them. There'll be people who can't keep jobs, who are crashing out all the time, who end up in jail. Like, that's what happens when you do not give your children the ability to enable themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying there's only one way to do that, but I am saying that, like, the way our parents raised us is not the way we can raise our kids. And it's the sooner that we make peace with that, the better off we will be. Yeah, I'm just being
Yeah.
honest. You can't
Yeah.
yell and curse and hit your kids like we got yelled and cursed and hit. Like,
Yeah.
they are not us. These are not the same kids. They do not have the same circumstances. So it's like the sooner that and we're not those people either.
Yeah.
Like we're more emotionally mature,
Hmm.
and we look back at that and we see it and we're like, our parents were struggling and they were frustrated
Hmm.
and they had no outlets,
Yeah.
and that became their outlet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Thank you.
see, me and my tangent again. Okay, did you have another question?
That's what because nah, that's one thing I want to touch on because of if y'all don't know, his name is Christopher Doyle. We go by Zay, which is middle name, and just so excited, seeing like he has scholarship offers. I know he made a verbal commitment already.
Mm-hmm.
So just so proud to know he has roots in Walterboro, and so I look at him like a nephew because I've been there from birth to now,
Since
man.
you
So
were
I get to
born.
see him from afar. Yeah. Watch him play on YouTube. His dad would share me the video link, so I'm super proud of him.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
We
I know
all.
he had I think West Kentucky sent him an offer letter, which is right up the street
Mm-hmm.
for me. So I definitely
Mm-hmm.
vouch for them. MTSU, that's right down the street. That's like 20 minutes
Yep.
away.
Yeah,
So
we're supposed to be going to, I think, NC State this weekend. And he's supposed to be going to Sacramento State,
okay. Oh, that's
I
way
think.
over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's a him and Chris trip.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've tried to not be as vocal in the football aspect just because I know that that's something that Chris really like enjoys,
Yeah.
and this is his dream. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To see his kid make it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I would never want to be the person that like doesn't give him that fulfillment.
I'm with
So I just kind of try to be there when I need to be there, but for the
you.
most part I just am really kind of just trying to be a supportive role
I
versus
got
trying to
you.
be like a hands-on.
I'm with you.
um Largely because half of the stuff that be going on, I really don't even know for real. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know what I'm supposed to know, but like when it comes to figures and all of those things, like I don't know what would be a good like starting salary, and I don't know what he should get paid for this and that and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So like, I stay in my lane. But
That's what's up. I'm proud of
yeah.
nephew. A gentle
Hmm.
giant.
Very
Yeah.
much. Even though to hear him telling he's short, and I made him
Yeah.
short. So
Right. He was 6'2" now. Like really? Yeah.
I don't know. Like the last time, the the last time he got measured, I think he was like right at 6 feet.
Yeah.
Um, but for reference, his dad is 6'5" and like
Yeah.
400 pounds. So,
Yeah.
in his mind, he just
Yeah.
knew
Since he
that
ain't
he was
there
gonna be
yet.
that height.
Yeah.
So, you know, um,
Yeah. He get
just let
there
it.
eventually.
Yeah.
I'm super proud of him. And then Z, thank you for the push. Thanks for the roses. I mean, it definitely means a lot, man. You're one of the most brilliant minds God has ever blessed me to meet. So I thank you for taking
That's
time out tonight. Huh?
that's sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I always had a lot of respect. That's why I like ask you questions because I like your tangents. It teaches me so much. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a Z. Like you say, you're
Yeah.
full of knowledge, information. Like, look, if you want answers, go to ask her a question.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, man, for just being an amazing mom. I watch you. Like I said,
Oh,
I know some
thanks.
things you had to deal with. Definitely my prayers as you navigate with him and Cam as Cam is about to hit the gridiron. Like, and fortunate for me, my oldest two, they'll watch football, but they ain't talking about playing. They all about academics. So that's cheaper.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah, I would definitely buy books all day.
Yes.
They
Yes.
cheaper than Cleat. Um,
Okay. Listen, and we
yeah,
don't talk about the nerd enough.
yeah,
Like we really don't give them their flowers
yeah,
because I know we push sports because it's something that we're conditioned to when
mhm,
it comes to little boys, but I do really wish that we pushed intellect as
yeah,
much. You know what I mean? Like we
yeah,
really don't make the kids who feel like sports just may not be their avenue,
mhm,
like not diminish that or make them feel
yeah,
smaller because everybody else is doing something right. Like
yeah,
pick up your book, baby, go read.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah,
encourage that because I think there's they're not given enough credit.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants to play a sport. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not everybody is athletically inclined, and we shouldn't try to make them feel like they have to be. Right
Yeah.
now, I do believe you should put them in at least a sport,
Yeah.
just so that they can see if it's something that they're gonna like: basketball, soccer, something, because movement is
Hmm.
life. They do need to move.
Yeah.
But I do not believe you should force them. Like,
Yeah.
if you take them and they throw a fit and it's just not for them, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at least you tried.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Because I definitely
yeah.
don't want to be them dads. Like I was blessed. I played football, basketball, baseball, soccer. I even played tennis. But like I wait to them to bring the idea to me instead of me forcing them to do it because I want them to love it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to, I don't want them trying to live out my dreams. I've done everything I want to do in the football field. Like I'm good, with things I accomplished, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wait for them to start asking and find interest, and then we'll start, saying support them in that endeavor. Like I said, but they did play basketball. My next to my oldest, he mentioned baseball. It's my favorite sport. So that's my little. You're
Baby,
not supposed to have a favorite child, but give him
I
a little bit
can't
more
do
loving.
baseball.
Yeah, it's
I do.
slow. It's my yeah. I
I
love it.
It's so long.
Yeah,
I I don't that Lord, that is the longest game known to man. Like,
yeah,
whew, and I think that's like Chris's favorite sport too, which is funny,
yeah.
but like, cause Zay played for a little while, but
That wasn't for
baby,
him.
no, I
Yeah,
couldn't.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's not for everybody, which I enjoy. So when my son said I want to learn baseball, I was like, but I got to make sure that's what they really want to do. But I did tell him if you start, you can't quit. So you're gonna have to finish
Right,
the season.
right.
Yeah, man. So I look forward to it. See what they do next. I'm definitely looking forward to see where Xavier signs, so I can go visit and watch him play and all that good jive. So I'm gonna try to catch him for end the season because I got to come home in October for my brother's wedding. So
Senior night is the 30th.
October,
Um,
September.
yes, October, and then they play Colleton. I think it's a home game though.
Yeah.
Not really sure, but they played them on the 17th, I think.
Okay. I'll be there.
Um,
'Cause I don't. I'm gonna have to. I think Chris sent me a schedule. I'll be there the weekend of the 24th, and maybe a away game. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I
I gotta
definitely
look.
watch him play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So
Keep going. You're doing an amazing job.
all things, because
Yeah.
it's real ghetto out here, child. But we do what we can.
Yeah. As I let you get your
Well,
boys together for the night, it's what 9:23 on your time zone. Thanks again for your time, your knowledge, your insight. You're definitely gonna be back on again as well. We cover as we discuss more topics as well, man. You did an amazing job being on the women's panel, which is
thank you.
still getting views, still getting it's crazy seeing the numbers, creep up because people are
Do you
watching
know
it.
how many shorts you could have made from that, sir?
It's a
You know
lot.
how many TikToks you could have made from that?
I'm working on it.
Oh,
I'm working on it. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Friday. You know I will
Yeah.
do it.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm giving you till Friday at 9 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am. AM or
If by
PM?
that time, Friday at 9 p.m.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Give me
While
those
you at
hours.
work,
Yeah.
you should be uploading TikToks.
Yes, ma'am. I will be.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Until next time, Jordan.
Thanks for everything.
All right. Good night.
Good night.